Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Corbin number 2 is what this is. This is what would be called a traditional closer by today's standards. It's also known as a Potbelly door closer. I suppose if you really use your imagination, you can see why they might call it that. This is not what they were called when they were made. They were just called the door check is what they were made. Check is the word that I hear used all the time. And this video is just to primarily serve as visual evidence of what this Corbin number 2, which is a non-hold open closer, looks like after we've rebuilt it. This closer is very possibly 100 years old or older. I know that it exists in a catalog from 1923, and I'm going to show you the page out of that. But we're just going to show you what this looks like. This is the original label that was on the closer, and I'll show you the before picture. We're able to remove that after completely bringing the closer up to current, correct operating standards using modern material science in the materials. Completely baking it, removing all evidence of corrosion. All components are replaced that require replacing, rebuilding, repainted. This is even the client's arm. It was awful when it showed up. And while all that's really been done is that it's been painted after it's been thoroughly cleaned, like the bend that's in the arm, we're not going to work to remove that. That's, possibly there for a reason. It could be that this super old installation is such that you are going to really require that to be there. Just really a video just to show you what this is going to look like. A couple of basic dimensional properties of what a number 2 looks like. Overall width of the mounting pad, and by the way, it weighs about 5 pounds, about 3.5 inch. Overall height there about 1.5 inches. Not too much else to say. This is a non-hold open, which is what the number 2 closer was. So let's switch to the screen view and take a closer look at what this closer looked like in 2021 when the client removed it before he sent it to us. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, here's what that closer is that we're looking at. This extended description talks about repairs and exchanges. There are times when we can do an exchange where we send you one up front, you swap out the installation and send us back the old one for a refund called a core refund. It is very possible that we're not going to have one to send to you up front because we're dealing with something 100 years old. In that event, we're going to use the repair as the only option. That was the case for this closer for this client. The price that you see here would be for a repair, and how you configure a repair or exchange with all of the other possibilities are via these order options. Let's take a look and see what this closer looked like when we received it. This exact closer, this is the exact closer when we received it. Okay? So let's compare that against that. That's what it looks like now. That's what it looked like when it arrived to us. The rest of these images that are in the extended description are of this exact closer, in fact. Okay. Providing historical evidence of what this looked like is just basically what the point is. Now, that cut sheet. This is from the 1923 Corbin catalog. This is a number 2. That obviously meant Columbian bronzed. I don't know, I don't know the age of this closer, but the client is definitely in agreement that it's 100 years old. So somehow, this is what Columbian bronzed looks like 100 years later. You can see that they call it a door check and spring without automatic hold back attachment. Clearly, the 102 is the hold open version with automatic hold back attachment. Pretty neat. Now, how do I have this 1923 catalog? Well, I in fact have many archived archival catalogs from Corbin, PF Corbin, there is a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page. And by the way, before I get there, if you have any questions on the return or exchange program, how it works, feel free to reach out. But the bottom line is this. Expect that we're going to have to repair your unit. It's simply a matter of this. We enter the order, we collect payment, we send you an order confirmation, and on that confirmation will be an address of where you are going to send your closer or whatever it is to for us to repair. And then at some point in the not too distant future after that, we will send you back something that's going to look not unlike this. That's just simply how this works. It's that simple. We enter an order, we send you a confirmation, you ship it, we repair it, we send it back. Nice and easy. Okay, so back to the catalog. There's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page. And from there, we can pull up not only all of the Corbin Russwin products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here. There's a link to the manufacturer's website. There are links to several encyclopedic documents, the current catalog, and then encyclopedic documents are here. The most important document that Corbin Russwin has likely ever published is the cylinder manual, the Corbin Russwin cylinder manual. This is a history of the last 125 years, most likely, of all things cylinder related, key related, from PF Corbin, Russwin, Russell and Irwin, and Corbin Russwin. And it's not an absolute up-to-date document. It's probably, probably hasn't been updated in a couple of decades, but it covers the previous century of evolution of keyways, cylinders, original interchangeable core, the modern interchangeable core, hotel function cylinders, Brinks function cylinders, master ring function cylinders. Everything you could possibly need to know is in that document. And if you are working in the Corbin or Russwin environment, working without this document, in my opinion, you'd have to possess extreme intelligence to be able to put the parts together, the pieces together, because how they've merged and how systems have grown, different sizes, different systems, different specifications, pre-system 70, system 70. You'd have to be, you would need this document. I've read it cover to cover a couple of times and referred to it countless times. Now, those catalogs. I have a whole section here of old catalogs. A real good one is the 1905 catalog. That's got a lot of good stuff in it, including a reference to master ring cylinders. 1871. I mean, literally. I mean, 6 years after the Civil War ended. I'm just incredible how cool it is to have these catalogs. That 1923 catalog that I pulled that cut sheet out of is right here. So, neat. A lot of fun. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. In conclusion, if you've got an old Corbin Potbelly that you'd like for us to work on, don't hesitate to reach out to us. I don't know this exact year, as I had said earlier. It's obviously, it could go back to 1923. I don't know the first year it was offered. It doesn't appear in my 1911 catalog. And I don't think the 1911 catalog is a full catalog. And I tried the 1905 catalog, and then I just needed to move on. So if you wanted to discover the earliest known reference to a number 2 closer, by all means do so, but we know it's in the 1923. Great stuff. Any questions on any Corbin Russwin material made 100+ years ago or anything made today, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.